Hello darlings, I am Cassandra. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about bullying in the workplace being spiritual warfare. Now I'm going to give you my version of why I think bullying takes place in the workplace, and I'm going to give you her version. This is my Do You doll, and I channeled a message from her that actually blew my mind. If for anybody who's new to my channel, guys, thank you for joining. For those of you who have been here, I love you. I love all of you. Thank you. These dolls, they're behind me. I created all of these dolls. I made them myself, and my dolls have always talked to me. Like, yes, they talk to me. They're sassy, they're bossy, and we fight. This doll, my Do You doll right here, we just had a little battle today, and I'm just gonna give you, I don't know if I've ever shown you guys her before. Let me just, I don't know, do you have a name? But anyway, guys, I'm just going to show you her really briefly because I want to get into the video. And they stand up, and inside they have a lot of herbs and gemstones and a whole bunch of other good stuff. But her message today, I mean, it literally blew my mind. So we're going to talk about, in my opinion, this is Cassandra's opinion, when bullying takes place in the workplace. Take a moment to visit my Etsy shop, Cassandra Magic World, and you will see a plethora of metaphysical tools to align with your goals and your dreams. Each magic talisman comes with instructions as well as a Feng Shui chart and how to make changes in your home and how to charge your sigil. It means that it is time for you to let me just put it in the words the way I would say it, because I'm getting and I want to mix my message with her message. I feel like you are a lion and you are walking around pretending to be a kitten, and I think that when you are not when you don't allow yourself to stand in your majestic form, like, really just be yourself. Sometimes you let your claws come out, let your horns come out, let your fangs show. I think people take advantage. People don't go and hunt for rats, or maybe they do, but what I'm trying to say is when people go look for a deer or a lion or something they want to put on their wall, they usually go after you because I think they feel that you're a worthy opponent and that you are not living up to your full potential. You have been too much of a people pleaser. You're trying to make everybody like you, and therefore I think when you're trying to make everybody like you, I think you attract bullies, and they are there to for you. They are there as a wake-up call for you to say, look, to grow up, to become all of you. Now I know that sometimes we have this version of life or ourselves, like, turning the other cheek and being this perfect being. But I think part of the earth experience and part of being here is really about standing in your truth. And our truth, a whole being, is a person who stands up for themselves. Like, guys, when I read about like the Santa Claus story, the real person, I can't think of his name, guys, but he's a real person. They said he had a hot temper, he didn't take no smack. Same thing with Jesus. They said Jesus had a hot temper, didn't take any smack. Most people who are about their business, they don't let people run over them. They the claws come out, the fangs come out, and the horns come up. So I think that it's a time for you to grow, and I do believe that if you try to leave, maybe get another job or maybe transfer, I think sometimes, I know that it may be the best thing to do sometimes, but a lot of times the problem is when you move to a new department, the bullying reoccurs because the issue has not been addressed, because your rep has not preceded you as being a person who ain't taking nothing off of nobody. So to me, it's an opportunity for you to stand up. Now, I can give you some metaphysical tools to stand up for yourself, some that are spiritual and some that are just basic practical things to do. I feel that the most important thing to do, that I would tell anybody who is being bullied in the workplace, is always to keep written documentation of everything that's happening. Don't trust anybody in terms of like thinking people are your friend in the workplace. I've learned they're not your friends. You keep documentation, but the most important thing to do is to make sure that you bring eyes to your situation outside of your organization. So those people that they're always asking you to vote for them every year, like your state reps and all these other politicians. You know what I'm talking about. Write them and ask for their support. They can recommend attorneys for you. They can recommend people who come in, and like your organization can receive like strikes for what they're doing, because there are rules, guys. So I'm gonna tell you this: never, and this is from personal experience, never deal with a bully in the workplace and only address it with people who are in the workplace, because documents get lost, wink wink, people stick together, nobody's looking out for you. So say, for example, you have a union, look for the union head that's not in your building. Go all the way to the top. Always go to the top. Look at your the government has a department for internal affairs, for investigation. Always put outside eyes on a situation on the inside, because these are people who are sitting around looking to, think of it like this: everyone has a job to do, or purpose that they've signed up for, right? So they don't have an alliance with somebody at your job. And again, the more eyes on the outside, the better. So for example, you may have someone in the governor's office, you may have someone in the county office. I would send it to at least 3 to 5 organizations or people outside of your company, and write with documentation, with dates of everything that has transpired. It's the only way you're going to protect yourself, because people on the inside are always going to look out for each other. And I'm going to also say, in addition, so that is the practical side. Always write, keep notes, and always send that information to people outside of your organization, because those people are going to be more objective. Additionally, what I would do is, there's a book, I think it's called Magical Protection by Damon Brand. There's some really good protection magic in that book. I would also use some type of talisman or charm. There's some good stuff, child. I have stuff on my site, but you can buy it from anybody that you feel comfortable with. I believe in layering magic, or using metaphysical tools to help you, and I'm gonna tell you why. I know most of the people who are watching me, they know that we have like 7 bodies. There's like I wanted to look it up beforehand, but I feel like when I say 7 bodies, we have aura, the auric body, we have the energetic body. So there's different. Before you get to the physical form, or maybe the physical, there's we have a bubble around us, right, of energy. So I feel like when you work on a problem, like, this is just the way I think, guys. I think sometimes, like, let's just say this, we're working on bullying in the workplace. So let's say you call in your angelic team, right? Or whoever, your entities and spirits is going to help you out. I feel like they help you in the dream, where I really believe in protecting yourself in your dreams is very, You don't know how important it is to protect yourself in your dream state. Always, I call on Archangel Michael and Metatron and Gabriel and Haniel and, Razi. I have a team of angels for that. Always protect yourself with a white light of protection. I always envision a white light around myself, around my family, and then I add another layer of golden light. Oh, sorry about that. And I also like to add like a diamond fire. I know that sounds crazy, but there's a diamond fire that comes through and cleanses my aura, and then it also cleanses my home, and then I make a diamond fire that surrounds my me and my dream state, my home, my properties, and everybody I love. Okay, so always protect yourself, and then in the workplace I would have some type of talisman. I don't know if it would be a doll or do I have any of my little army men? I have such a setup. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. See, I have these little men here. What you could do, honey, let me tell you. You see at the bottom here? You can write at the bottom, I am divinely protected. And I will put this in my helpful people area in my home. And I will also put it in my helpful people area in my office or my workspace. Now for me, I have various skulls and beings. I mean, I don't play with protection. I mean, for anybody who's watched my channel, I have been my innocence was taken, you know what I mean, behind the church. And as a person, protection for me is very important. So anyway, so you can do that. So we have the books, you can buy jewelry that can protect you. That would be another layer for the physical body. So I know what I was going to say. We have 7 bodies. That's a part of our earth suit, like, the auric fields. I think when you do your angelic work, it works on you may work with, let's just say your angels go out and your angels may stop other entities and spirits and demons from attacking you, right? That's one layer of support and help. And let's just say you may have, I have a really good protection oil. Oh shoot. You see this oil here? You can feel the spirits come out the bottle. I kid you not. So if I was in the workplace and I felt that I was being bullied, I would literally put some of this oil right in the walkway and on the handle to your door or any place where anybody, and talk to this oil and tell it to protect you fiercely. So, and then I would have my jewelry. Now, one of the things I have found is that when I wear my protection jewelry, there are just certain people who just stay away from me or they act weird around me, and I can just tell who I can and can't trust. But anyway, that's why I believe in layering magic. And also you can burn a protection candle. That is another thing that will, my arm is getting tired. I'm gonna give her moment. So that's another thing you can do to protect yourself, buy a protection candle. But to be honest with you, I would do all of them. I do all of those things. The helpful people in your home, I'm doing a video on Feng Shui that's coming out really soon, so I'll go over it. But if you were to walk into the door of your home and you were to spread eagle, wherever your right hand is in that first corner, I call it your right hand man. This is your spiritual team. I would really put my angels. I have a ton of angels, and I have Chango. I have my spiritual team over there. You go get some heat. Okay. But anyway, I shouldn't say that, but I'm such a sweet. I'm trying to put my horns on. Cassandra put those horns down. But anyway, so you want to protect yourself. Now, this do you dog. Oh, so those are some techniques and metaphysical tools you can use to protect yourself. The angelic and spiritual team, they go out and they protect you from a whole nother level, like entities and spirits That's a layer. Then you have your layer with the candle work. Those are spirits that's working for you. Then you have your jewelry. To me, is important because it adds like the physical contact, the people who come right near you, that like you can see them act differently towards you. Like all of these, I would not leave any of it out, especially if I felt that I was being bullied, because I'm gonna tell you the way I see it. When somebody is bullying you in the workplace, they are literally threatening your life. To me, that's your livelihood. It's how you eat, it's how you pay your bills, it's how you take care of your family. So whenever somebody comes for you, you can't take it. You have to take it seriously. Like, this is a threat. This is a threat to my well-being, and you have to physically protect yourself. But I think the other part of it too is sometimes it's because you are not doing everything that you can to reach your full potential. Like, sometimes I think people, you have a bully in the workplace, and you just say you just always hated your job anyway, and you were looking to you always wanted to start a business, or you always wanted to do something else, but you never did. That could be a person, an angel, who is actually coming to nudge you, start that business, write that book, get that resume out, better yourself, move up. But I'm gonna tell you, I feel like bullying is a sign that it's time for you to level up, either in the way that you communicate and protect yourself, or in you procrastinating or delaying reaching for higher goals. But I think that if somebody has the audacity to think they're going to pick on you and you not defend yourself, and I think that's a really clear message that has to go out. We both going down. If anybody, like, don't ever let somebody think that they can take something, or take your work, or take something from you, and that you're not going to, defend yourself, and you're not going to stand up for yourself. But that's one part. But the other part of it is, make sure that you are living in alignment with your true potential, that you are not looking for a better job, not using your gifts and talents, and maybe that person is there to wake you up so that you can do what you need to do. Now, that's Cassandra's version. Now, I talk so much. Now, my Do You doll, oh my God, her version of why bullying takes place in the workplace, it just blew my mind. So we're going to get right into it. She says, and I took notes because I channeled this message from her. She says that when bullying, first of all, she said, when you go to work, your work is not just on the actual physical labor that you do, whether it's accounting or being a doctor or whatever. She said you're always working on two levels. One is you're working also on your spiritual, psychological, and emotional evolution as a spirit, as a being, and your relationship with your co-workers, with your customers, with the people you service, with whoever you are coming in contact with. These people are all a part of your journey and a part of your growth as a human spirit, and these lessons that you would take with you throughout eternity in various incarnations and lifetimes. So she said, now, whenever bullying takes place, this is all coming from my doll, y'all. I was just like, what? She said, whenever bullying takes place in the workplace, just know that it is spiritual warfare, because the issues do not pertain to the current environment. Like she said, most likely it's not because you took their pen or you took their shift. She said we're talking about bullying. We're not talking about real somebody's angry with you for a reason that you can actually look and see why. She's saying that you don't understand why somebody is picking on you, or trying to humiliate you or shame you, or bullying is pretty much undeserved abuse, or somebody, what I'm saying, guys. So she says, so most likely that this issue
does not is not a real issue that is present in the current environment. And so she said, but what it is issues that have happened in previous lifetimes. Listen, that were where there was any heavy, dense, emotional betrayal and pain, where that created an energetic bubble. That's the best way to think of it, an energetic bubble that won't resolve until the beings reincarnate who are a part of this bubble does like pop it or resolve that issue, because it won't go away. And she said whenever something happens, that whenever somebody is betrayed or there's scorned lovers or squabbles over property, but she said usually whenever there's bullying in the workplace, it's usually some extremely painful event that happened from a previous lifetime of scorned lovers and betrayal that hurt deeply, that went unresolved. So this could have been from any of your lifetimes. And she says, so whenever this happens, in order to solve this issue, you have to work on it on two levels. On one level, you should work, she said, create a cloud of divine love and wisdom, and you invite your spiritual team and their spiritual team, where you're surrounded in this deep, intense love, and you come to negotiate, like you do this in a meditation, and you want to hear their version and your version, and then you come to some type of some type of understanding and forgiveness, and and letting it go, and then do a ritual to actually dissolve the bubble in the cloud, like where both teams like put their hand on the bubble and see the bubble melt and like see it dissolve. She said that's one layer. But she said you also have to do things on the physical level, like some of the things that I suggested. She said because the entities, spirits who are a part of your spiritual team, who are not at the highest level, they were closer to the betrayal and the hurt and the pain. So it takes longer because their energy is denser. It may take a little bit longer for them to heal and resolve the issue. And this is why, you have to stand up. I'm trying to keep her in focus, and my hand is tired. And she said, and this is why you have to, stand up to this bully. But she said, this is the part that really, I don't want to give you credit, girl, because this is the part that really blew my mind. She said, be very careful on how you deal with your bully, because typically your bully in the workplace is an abandoned version of you from a previous lifetime that needs to be healed. An abandoned version of you who's coming back to help you become whole. So when you stand up to your bully, you heal the past lifetime, and you heal the current lifetime, because you have become whole by addressing an issue head on. Does that make sense, guys? So that's why she's saying that she's saying that this is why when you leave or go to a different department, the same thing happens, because it's you following you. And until you face this abandoned version of you, the part of you who felt shame for maybe having an office affair, or maybe stabbing your best friend in the back to get a promotion, taking somebody's work, or whatever she said, is that shame that you felt from betraying that person, or whatever this collective, negative energy is. Once you address it, then you heal both, you heal all versions, all lifetimes, all times, and that energy is cleansed, and it is sent to the universe to be used for something. I know that was a lot, right? anyway, guys, this is my Jenny doll. This is her version of how to handle bullying in the workplace. And then I gave you some other metaphysical tools. If you have some other suggestions or ideas on how to handle bullying in the workplace, please jot it down in the comment box below. Guys, thank you so much.